Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to my Madina book 2 series lesson number 8. Today in this lesson you will learn about attaching the past tense damirs. So know that there are different damirs in the past tense that attaches themselves with the past tense verb, and there are different damirs in the present tense that attaches themselves with the present tense verb. So in this lesson we will learn about the past tense damirs, and when they attach themselves with the past tense verb, what are the changes in the structure of the past tense verb. We will learn that, and that is really very important in order to do the exercise. So in this lesson there is no conversation, nothing, no paragraph. So first let's check my whiteboard where I have prepared the how to attach the damirs with the past tense verbs. Here you can see I have made this differently in for different groups, and whenever I start teaching about the damirs, I always start from mutakallim, mukhatib and ghaib. So that is the pattern that I follow every time whenever I explain about the damirs. It is easier to memorize that way: mutakallim, then mukhatib and then ghaib. So always remember, whenever you're going to attach the pronouns in the past tense, the basic structure that you follow. I'm talking about the trilateral verbs. For example, in this lesson, you will use dhahaba. So any trilateral verb, for example, fa'ala, akala, kharaja. So all these trilateral verbs, past tense verbs, will use one single structure, that is the dhahab. So you can take as fa'al. If I can write it here, you can use it as fa'al. So your basic structure is fatha, fatha and sukun. So if it is kharaja, you can use as kharaj, kha with fatha, ra with fatha and jim with sukun. In akala, so the first one will be fatha, kaf will be fatha, and what about the lam? Lam will be with sukun, and then you start attaching the damir. So this is the basic structure that you're going to follow, and fatha, fatha and sukun. So this structure is followed in the mutakallim and in the mukhatib. Remember this. This is very important point. So now coming to the mutakallims. So what's happening in the mutakallim? So as you can see in the mutakallim, dhahab, the first one is dhahab. The structure we are going to use is dhahab. This is from the ana, and in ana your damir, and you should learn the damirs that are attached. So these are all the damirs. The ta with dhamma is representing from the mutakallim group for ana, noon and alif with fatha representing the nahnu, and this noon alif has a special name called noon al fa'ilin. So now the basic attachment of the damir is, whenever you start attaching, use the structure dhahab plus ta with dhamma, and it will give you dhahab to. So if you see clearly or closely, you will see the first is the fail. Now here if you apply the formula of jumla failure, we have a fail. First of all, we have a fail dhahab. After the fail comes the damir. It is in the position of fa'il. So now you have your jumla failure. So dhahabtu in itself is a complete jumla failure, because you have your fail, you have your file. The moment you have both of them, that means you have your jumla failure. So the word dhahabtu in itself is a complete jumla failure. Dhahabtu means I went. Similarly, when you see attaching noon al fa'ilin with dhahab, it's dhahabna. So in all the structure, you see the ba last letter of the fail is having a sukoon here. Now going to the mukhatib group. Now we did the mutakallim. Now let's go to the mukhatib. So now when we do the mukhatib, now you see the basic structure we'll be using is dhahab, right? And now this is for anta, anti, and you can see one thing here, antuma, that we will be taking the ta, ti from the separate pronoun and attaching them with the verbs here. So ta with fatha has been taken from the separate pronoun, and this is the main damir here, ta with fatha, ta with kasra, and we have antum and we have antunna, right? So from anta, we are borrowing the ta with fatha. So the basic structure, as I told you, will take dhahab plus ta fatha will give us dhahabta. Similarly, we'll have dhahabti. We are borrowing the ta with kasra from the separate pronoun, adding with the verb. So dhahabta, dhahabti, dhahabtuma. We are borrowing dhahabtuma from the separate pronoun, adding with the fail dhahabtuma. So in all these, you are seeing the ba is maintaining the sukoon. Dhahabtuma. Now this dhahabtuma is for male and female. In the mukhatib, remember, we are going to use the same structure dhahabtuma for the male and the female. So if there are two females, you will use dhahabtuma. If there are two males, you will use dhahabtuma. If there is two people, one male and one female, even then you will use dhahabtuma. This is for the mukhatib. Now coming to the plurals. One is for the male, the other one is for female. Now the point here to be very vigilant here in the plural is that we have the ta with dhamma for the male and female. Our main damir is ta with dhamma here in the male also and in the female also. But how are you going to distinguish that this is for male, this is for female? The letter. So the letter meme here, it's a bit thick, the ink is thick, so I'll better use this. So the meme with sukoon tells you the male plurality. So that's how you come to know that dhahabtum is used for the male plural. When you come to the female, the damir is ta with dhamma. In both the cases, the damir looks the same. But the next letter tells you the feminine plurality. In this case, the noon with shadda tells you feminine plurality. So that's how you know and attach the damir with the verbs. Now coming to the ghaibs. Now we completed the mutakallim and the mukhatib with one structure, that is dhahab. So the structure you used here was dhahab. Now when we come to the ghaib, the structure that we will be using here is the dhahaba. The structure goes back to the original verb form, that is dhahaba. So any trilateral verb that you use, for example, I gave you fa'ala, akala, kharaja. We will be using the original trilateral verb form, and you will see here in huwa. So in this case, we have huwa and hiya for male singular and female singular in the ghaib. Now we are doing the ghaib. So one thing that you might have noticed in the mukhatib and the mutakallim, I forgot to mention that all the damirs were being attached after the last letter ba, and ba was maintaining the sukoon, and the damirs got attached after the last letter ba. All the damirs here, tati, tuma, tum, tunna, tu, and na, you can visibly see the damir attached after the ba. But when it comes to the ghaib, huwa, and hiya, what is happening here? Do you see any damir attached after the ba? There is no damir. So that's why it is called in English as hidden pronoun. So in huwa and here, remember, in the past tense, the huwa, there are two damir, two pronouns that are hidden in the past tense, and they are found in the ghaib group only, and they are called damir mustatir or hidden pronoun. So you can write in English as hidden or mustatir. So mustatir in Arabic is the same as in English you say hidden or mustatir. So where is the pronoun hidden? It is hidden inside the verb dhahaba. But how, now question arises, how are you going to distinguish that dhahaba is used for a male singular and the same dhahaba is being used for the feminine singular? Let's see. Here, that's why I have given you a blank space here just to show you that there is no visible damir attached after the ba, and in this case the ba is maintaining the fatha. So the for the male singular in the ghaib you'll be using dhahaba, and the pronoun huwa is hidden inside dhahaba. Now, in case of feminine singular, the same dhahaba is used for the feminine singular. But now, when you don't have any pronoun attached here to distinguish that this is used for feminine singular, we attach a sign of femininity. Now, this is a special ta with sukoon over it called as ta utanis. What is it called? It is called ta'u tanis. So this is ta'u tanis, and this is the only, it is the special ta that comes with sukoon, and it only comes in the ghaib group with the past tense verbs. So it is found in the past tense verbs, and when it is used for feminine singular, it gets attached with the ba, and we get dhahabat. So you see the ba, fatha of the ba is maintained. So this is about the male singular and feminine singular in the ghaib. Coming to the dual, huma. Huma. Why do we have two humas in the ghaib? One for male, the other one for, the other one for female. Because when we come to the ghaib, we don't see the person in front of us. So we need to use a different damir just to let you know that I'm talking about a female dual or a male dual. So that's why we have different types here and two different homas. So now you see the original structure of Zahaba is still maintained, here also still maintained. And now let me have a different color, and then I will show you what are the special changes here. So in Zahaba, you see the structure is still maintained at Zahaba ba with fatha only. What is attached here? The alif. What is the pronoun here? It is the alif ul muthanna. It is called alif ul muthanna. Okay, so it's called aliful muthanna here. And when it gets with attached with the ba, you can see the fatha of the ba is maintained, only alif of duality is attached, so it becomes dhahaba. So when you see only an alif of duality, know that it is being used, the alif of duality is one single alif here. So know that it is being used for the male dual, two male people. So this is one important point. The moment we come for huma female, what's happening? Ta has come with a fatha. Now this is very important. Why? This ta is the same ta tanis that we used here, but here it was with the sukoon. Then why is it changing here to fatha? Is because this long vowel alif is coming with the ta attached. This ta came just to show you, to distinguish that this dhahaba is being used for two women, two dual women in the ghaibs, and this ta gives you the idea that now the dhahaba is being used for two women in the ghaibs. And since we are attaching the alif long vowel here, so as you know that the vowels they come, whenever they come, they will have their corresponding haraka on the previous letter. For example, if alif comes, you will find a fatha in the previous letter. If waw comes, you will find a dhamma in the previous letter. If a ya comes, you will find a kasra in the previous letter. So in this case, alif has come, so you will see a fatha over the ta, and this ta is the same ta tanis. The sukun has been removed and a fatha has been given here in order to go along with the long alif. So your recitation will be dhahabata. You cannot say dhahabat ah. Dhahabat ah. It's totally wrong. So a fatha has been given and sukun has been removed. So this ta is the same ta tanis, and it is just has come for the femininity sign. So we have the structure here for feminine duals in the ghaib as dhahabata. So you can see all fatha, 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 fatha. This is very important when you attach the damirs with the verbs. These are the structures that you need to follow. And dhahab. Now I have not given any haraka over the ba because the main structure is still the same, dhahaba. We are using dhahaba, but in order to, like in the male plural for whom, in the ghaibs, the damir changes. Now, what is the damir that comes in the male plural ghaib? We have waw al jama. So this also has a name and it is called waw al jama. And what is this alif doing? This is just a letter that comes after waw al jama to segregate and tell that this waw is not the letter of the verb spelling, but it is the damir waw al jama. So it is called alif of protection. This has no work in the Arab or in the spelling. You don't read this alif here. So this vowel jama is in question as it is a long vowel. As I told you, if waw comes, you will see a dhamma in the previous letter. So now you will find a dhamma on the ba instead of a fatha. So that's why I didn't give any haraka over here. So fatha is removed and a dhamma is given just because waw has come. So what is the structure now? We have for male plural as dhahabu, dhahabu, and that's why this dhamma comes into existence. Now, another important point when we come to the feminine plural, we use the previous structure dhahab that we used in the mutakallim and the muhatib, the sukoon on the ba. And why do we need the previous structure, not this structure dhahaba? Because in the, as I told you, remember in the muhatib we have a different pronoun for the female plural. We had tunna, and with the ta damir we had noon with shadda. So that noon shadda gave us the idea that it is being used for female plural in the mukhatib. But now in the ghayab comes noonun niswa. So our main damir is noon with fatha. So this is our damir noon niswa. It is called noonun niswa, and this has a name, niswa, and this shows the feminine plural in the ghaib only. So we have different damirs in the mukhatib for female plural and a different damir in the ghaib for female plural. And that's why the sign or the proof that you need to give that this noon fatha is the noon niswa, you need to check a sukoon before a previous letter. So there should be a sukoon in the previous letter, then only you will convince, then only you will be sure about that this noon fatha is the damir noon niswa coming for female plural. So that's why we took the previous structure dhahab. This sukoon should come with noon niswa. And this is the structure that we get after attaching noon niswa is dhahabna. So these are for male and female plural. Hunna. And now let's go and check the lesson in Madina book 2, lesson number 8. Now let's see. Now let's do the lesson. In this lesson, we have the same damirs. Now, if you understood whatever I explained in my whiteboard, so this will be easier, inshallah. So now we start with the ghaibs. Remember, in this lesson, we don't have the dual damirs, but I included the dual damirs also in order to learn the damirs. It's easier to learn all together at once. So in this we have mufrad ghaib. As I told you, the verb is the original structure, and in the ghaib huwa, if I can write it so it will be easier for you. For huwa, we have the original structure dhahaba hidden inside. The huwa pronoun is hidden inside. What about the jama? When you see there are so many people, one, two, three, if more than two means it's plural. So the damir that gets attached with dhahab is the waw al jama. So you know now how the structure is changing. The dhamma is coming with the dhahab. Why it is coming to the muannas singular. As you know, the structure now with the ta tanis, and the here is hidden inside this verb. And when it comes to plural, we have noon niswa with the sukoon over the last letter of ba. So I hope now it's really very clear after doing in detail about the pronouns. And this was for the ghaib. Two sing for single, huwa and hiya for the male and female, where we find the damir mustatir. Huwa and hiya are hidden inside, they are called damir mustatir. And two for jama, male and female. One is vowel jama, the other is noon niswa. So now let's go and see the mukhatib ones. Let's do the mukhatib. So in mukhatib, we have mudhakkar singular and feminine singular, and we have male and female plural. So in anta, we have dhahabta. As I told you, in mutakallim and mukhatib, we have the same structure, dhahab. Only in the ghaibs, we have a different structure. So you can see here, dhahaba, the original structure is used, and in mukhatib, we have another structure, dhahab, and it's attached with the ta. So we are borrowing the ta with fatha here, attaching it. Dhahabta, dhahabti for male and female singular. When we come to plural, dhahabtum. So the tum and tunna has been taken from the separate pronoun and attached with the verb. So dhahabtum, dhahabtunna. Now coming to the mutakallim, as we have to use the same structure, dhahab, ana, and we have nahnu. So ana, we have damir tu. So the same structure has been used here, dhahab plus tu, dhahab tu. And we have noon alif, a special damir for nahnu called noon al fa'ilin. So we have dhahab, now the same structure, dhahab is used here. Now let's see the exercises. The first exercise here is you are going to use dhahaba in these sentences, but you need to give the different damirs that we should be using. First of all, you need to understand how many people are being referred to in this sentence, and accordingly you need to reshuffle in your mind which damir is going to be used. For example, if there is a plural male and you're not mukhatib to those plural male people, then you go quickly to the ghaib group. Remember about the male plural damir, which male plural damir is used in the ghaib, and use that damir attached with the dhahaba. So in your mind, you should be continuously reshuffling from mutakallim, mukhatib, and ghaib. So let's see the first sentence. Aina tullab al judud. Now here tullab is for male plural, and we are not mukhatib to the tullab, right? So immediately, as soon as you know you are not mukhatib to the person in question, immediately go to the ghaib group, reshuffle how many people are being referred, and the gender here, male plural is being referred. Okay, in the ghaib group. What is the damir in the ghaib group for male plural? Vowel jama. Okay, now you take dhahab. And remember what structure are we using in the ghaibs? We are using the original structure. But with coming of the long vowel wow, what should be the haraka on the last letter? Remember what I spoke in my whiteboard? The, ha, leave the ba and attach the vowel jama with alif of protection. The, ha, instead of fatha now, what are you going to give? Because wow, long vowel has come, so the previous letter will have a dhamma. Is it easy now how you're going to use a damir with the verbs? Now, nahnu, okay. Now we know nahnu in the mutakallim group. Ilal malabi means to the playground. We now, if we have nahnu from the mutakallim, what is the special damir that we have for nahnu? Noon al fa'ilin. So, and what is the structure that we will be using for the mutakallim and the mukhatib? Dhahab. So, dhahab, leave the ba, and now attach noon al fa'ilin, noon with fatha. So, what should be the structure? Dhahab. ذهبنا and أين dash بعد الدرس يا إخواني يا harf nida came. This gives us the idea that we are مخاطب to. إخوان is plural of brothers, so we are مخاطب to plural male. Now you know that we are مخاطب. Immediately go to the مخاطب group. Remember, what is the damir for male plural? From antum we are borrowing the tum. So take the verb ذهب and the structure. Remember the structure? The structure is ذهب and write the harakas. Attach the tum. The tum. Our main damir is ta with dhamma, but meme with sukun tells us male plurality in the mukhatib group. Similarly, this is the questioning tool. A dash ila suqi al yawma ya abi. Now we are mukhatib to male and singular. So take the which structure are you going to use? We are mukhatib and the structure used for mutakallim mukhatib is the same. So dhahab, remember dhahab. Give the harakas and what are you going to attach for male singular? In the mukhatib, the ta from anta. Dhahabta, ta with fatha. Dhahabta. Anama. Now this is a negating particle and it is used no. And whenever you want to negate a statement in the past tense, you will use the negating particle ma. If you want to negate in the present tense, you will use the negating particle lam alif. So both have a different negating particle. So ana Ma dash ilal maktabati library al yawma today. I will not go to the library today. So you are saying something about yourself. Where should you be searching the damir from? From the mutakallim. So take the structure for mutakallim mukhatib are the same. Dhahab and what is the damir for ana is ta with dhamma. Dhahab too. أنا ما ذهبت إلى المكتبة اليوم. I didn't go to the library today. أمي, I'm not مخاطب to my mother. إلى المستشفى, I'm just saying that my mother went to the hospital. So it is, we will immediately go to the ghaib and remember the damir for the ghaib female singular. So what is the damir for ghaib male singular? Here. And remember in past tense, huwa and here is always hidden in the verb. So what should be the structure of your verb? We will follow the original structure. Dhahaba. And now give the harakas. What about the sign that this verb is being used for feminine singular? The tatani sign of femininity comes into existence here. Dhahabat. So you can see the fatha is maintained on the ba. Now let's see other questions. Moving on to other questions here. Now We will do this a dash. So this is a questioning tool, Hamzatul Istifham. A dash li ziyarati khalati kunna. Now this kunna tells us I am muhatib to ya banati, and moreover we have a harf nida ya. Banati plural feminine, and we are muhatib. So quickly go to the muhatib. What is the damir for feminine? We share the same letters from antunna. We take borrow tunna for the feminine. So what should be the structure here? We will use the same structure for mutakallim mukhatib, that is dhahab, ba with sukoon, dhahab, and attaching the damir tunna. Remember, our main damir is ta with dhamma, but noon shadda comes and tells you the female plurality in the mukhatib. I am repeating so that it becomes easier and you can memorize while listening again and again and again. So that's one thing I keep on repeating in my explanation. And dash akhi ila matari. Now we are saying about one single person, and I'm not mukhatib to my brother. So we will immediately go to the ghayabs. And what is the single male ghayab pronoun? It is huwa. And remember, huwa here are hidden. So in ghayab we have the original structure, dhahaba. So here we don't need to attach any pronoun or sign. Dhahaba has the hidden pronoun huwa hidden inside it. So dhahaba akhi ila al-matari. My brother went to the airport. Akhawati. Now akhawati is feminine plural in the ghaib. I'm not mukhatib to them. So quickly go to the ghaib and search for the pronoun for the feminine plural. Remember, we have tunna, noon shadda in the mukhatib, and we have the damir, a different type of damir in the feminine plural, noon niswa. It is written as noon fatha. And for that, we need to have the previous structure of the mutakallim and mukhatib, that is dhahab, ba with sukun. And now you know why we need this structure, because we are using noon niswa, the feminine plural damir in the ghaib. So this is our main damir. So this is the structure that you will be using with the noon niswa. Now, inshallah, we'll do all the exercises like this. Now, I think it is easier for you to follow the damirs and the structure. Akmalil jumla means you need to complete these sentences, putting the verb, suitable verbs here. So let's see which verb we will use here. A dash al adhana ya Muhammad. Adhana, it is something you can hear. So we will use the verb past tense, sami'a. But now we have the verb sami'a, right? So for you, I will write the verb, sami'a, right? Sami'a. This is our verb. And now you are mukhatib to single person and mukhatib to male singular. Okay, so quickly go to the mukhatib group. What is the damir for male singular? It is the ta fatha. And remember, what structure are you going to use in the mukhatib? From sami'a, the structure becomes sami', right? Sami', the last letter will have a sukoon. So now we will be using sami' and the damir ta. And what will be the haraka? Sami'ta. So ayn will have a sukoon. Remember, I told you that any triliteral verb that you use, the structure is going to be the same for mutakallim and mukhatib, the last letter having a sukoon at the end. Sami'ta. Nahnu. Now this tells us we should go to the mutakallim group. Nahnu. We have a special damir, that is noon al-fa'ilin. So nahnu dash kurata sillati. Kurata sillati is basketball. So what can you do with kurata sillati? La'iba. So our verb is la'iba, right? So we have la'iba. And what should be the structure when we are using from the mutakallim? La'ib. So our structure will be la'ib. La'ib. ba with sukoon. And now add the damir noon al-fa'ilin, adding the noon al-fa'ilin. نحن لعبنا كرة السلة اليوم. We played basketball today. This is the questioning tool. A dash قمصاني ومناديلي يا أمي. Did you wash my shirt and my handkerchiefs? Manadil is plural of mindil. So handkerchiefs, ya ummi. Now this tells us that we are mukhatib to feminine singular. What is the damir for feminine singular mukhatib? Ta with kasra. Now, what can you do with your shirt and manadil to wash? So our verb is ghasala. So ghasala becomes take the structure for the mukhatib. Ghasil. Ghasil lam will have a sukoon. Ghasilti. Ghasilti qumsani. Did you wash my shirt and my handkerchief, oh mother? Dash al mudarrisi wa darsa. Now, are we mukhatib to the teacher? No, we are talking when he's absent. He's not in front of us. So let's go to the ghayab group. And what is the damir for the male singular? It's huwa. And that's hidden. So let's use what damir can we choose here? Al-mudarrisu darsa ala saburati. So what can he do on the sabura? Write. So we will use kataba. Right? So the original form will be used and there is no damir attached. So that means huwa is hidden inside this verb kataba. So that's how you will do the damirs, attaching the damirs here. So now let's move on to the next exercise. Oh, we have lots here. So now let's do that. Ana dash babal fasli. So what can you do with the babal fasli? Ana tells you from the mutakallim. So that is fatahtu. Okay, the last letter will have a sukoon. Fatahtu babal fasli. Wa Hamid, Hashim, sorry, Hisham and Bilal. So we have more than two, it's plural. So what damiri will you use because we are not mukhatib from the ghayabs? It's waw al jama. Fatahu. And ha will have, instead of fatha, it will have a dhamma. And we need to give this elif of protection. A dash questioning tool. Ad-darsa jadida jayidan ya banat. Mukhatib to feminine plural. We are mukhatib. Go back to mukhatib feminine plural tunna. So what can you do with the dars? You can say qara'a, you can say darasa. So let's use darasa. A darastunna. Darastunna. The last letter will have sukoon and we use the tunna noon shadda. Zamilati, it is feminine plural, we are not mukhatib. So go back to the ghaib feminine plural noonun niswa. Here we use tunna in mukhatib, now we are using noonun niswa. So let's see. Zamilati dash min al fasli ba'da darsi. So what can they do? Leave the class. So kharaja. We will use kharaja for feminine plural in the ghaib. So with the noon niswa, we need to take the previous structure of kharaj. Kharaj. Raj with sukoon. And now putting your damir noon niswa. So now you can see the difference in mukhatib tunna and noon niswa in the ghaib. Kharaj na. Again questioning tool. A dash al-Qur'ana ba'da salat al-fajri ya abna'i, plural of ibn, sons. So we have male plural in the mukhatib. So what is the male plural? From antum we have tum. So what can you do? Quran, you will read. So aqra'tum. So we have the structure of qara and the hamza here will have a sukoon and we add tum. Since this alif on which hamza is sitting is a non-connector, so it will stand alone, isolated, and then you start writing the ta and mim. Qara'tum. tum. Akhi, we are not mukhatib to akhi, single male, male singular. Surat ar-Rahmani. So what can he do with Surah Rahman? Memorize, hafidha or qara'a. So let's use hafidha. So in the ghaib, the male singular is huwa. It's hidden. So the original form will be used. Hafidha. Ha, fi and dha. أنا dash عن قلمي ولكنني ما وجدته. What can you do with your qalam? وجدته, you could not find it. So you can see ma negating particle is used with the past tense. ما وجدته. أنا بحثت. And أنا, go back to the mutakallim, بحث. And now you know how to use the structure. بحث. The tha will have a sukoon and ta with dhamma will be added. بحثت من dash hazil hayya. Who can kill this? Who killed this snake? Hayya means snake. Man qatala. Since nobody is in question. Sorry, it's qatala. So man qatala. A dash qahwata ya Maryam. Feminine singular mukhatib. A sh rib. Ba will have a sukoon. T. Sharib tea. Zumalai, this is male plural, means friends or colleagues. Dash al mauza, 8. So, a, ka, lu. We are talking about the male plural in the ghaib. So, wow, al jama and lam will have a dhamma with alif of protection here. Wa ana, now we will use the same verb, akal, and the structure will be changed. So, it will be akal tu. You have to keep in mind the structure. So this is most important in this lesson, the structure of the verb when you use for mutakallim muqaddam and the structure that you use in the ghaib. So now let's move on and see, okay, there is last one, not the least, dash al-Fatimatu bintaha bil asa. What can Fatima do with asa, means with the stick? She can beat her daughter lightly. Daraba. Dara. Now here, daraba is being used for the feminine singular in the ghaib. So we will use the structure, original structure, but if this verb is being used for the feminine singular, we need to attach a ta utanis with it. Darabat Fatimatu bintaha bil asa. So that's how you will do the means attachment. Now this is simple here. It's an explanation that whatever I have explained and done, this is a simple explanation. Dhahaba, fail plus damir mustatir, that is the takes the place of the file. Basically all these verbs that are coming, waw al jama and the nunun niswa, the ta, the ti, the tum and tunna, these are all the me's taking the place of the file. As I told you, if you put the formula of jumla failure here, we have the fail and nunun niswa is the file. So your formula of jumla failure is complete. You have a complete jumla failure. So this is what they are trying to explain here, that this nunun niswa is the file here. Where is the file in the dhahabat? It's hidden in it. So you can see damir mustatir here also, and huwa damir mustatir in dhahaba and dhahabat. And in all the other cases, you can see visible damir. So it's not hidden anymore. It's visible here. So all the damirs that come attached with the fail is in the position of file. Now let's move on. Similarly, you can see here dhahab tunna, visible damir here. Tunna is attached with dhahab. So this is in the file position. The tu damir is attached with dhahab verb. So the tu is in file position. Similarly with nun al fa'ilin comes with the dhahab structure. It's the in file position. Now here you need to find out the file in these verbs given. Now let's find out. Let's see, where is the damir? Kharajtu. Now you can guess from where do we have to, from which pronoun? Ana. جلسنا, نون الفاعل from نحن. سمعتي from أنتِ. شربتن, tunna comes from antunna mukhatib. And dakhalu, vowel jama comes from male plural. Ghayab, vowel jama. Hafizna, the noon niswa comes from ghayab, feminine plural. Akaltum comes from mukhatib, male plural. The meme tells you male plurality. Fataha, no damir here, so it is damir mustatir. Fahimtunna, the tunna, noon with shadda, tells you the feminine plurality in the mukhatib. The tunna is from the mukhatib, feminine plural. Katabta, from anta mukhatib. Ghasalat, so no pronouns attached. This is not a pronoun. It is simply a sign of femininity, tatanis. So the pronoun is hidden inside a ghasala. La'ibu. So this is the vowel jama from the ghaib male plural. Dakhala, it's hidden. And darabat, it's also hidden. And this is what you can find out the files in these verbs. Now let's do the min damair muttasil. So what is the damair muttasil? Okay, in exercise number 5, they've just given you the ta file, the vowel file means the damirs, and the ta damirs, and the na damir, and the nun damir. So where do you find the ta damirs? In ta, ti, tu, tum, and tunna. You can find the ta damirs in all these. The ta and tum and tunna, ta, ti, and these two are from the mukhatib. Only the two is from the mutakallim. Vowel jama comes only in the ghaibs for male plural. Noon and niswa comes only in the ghaib for feminine plural. Remember these two. And dhahabna, noon alif comes in the nahnu mutakallim group. Now tamil ma'ali. So let's see the verb in this damir mustatir. Aina hamidun. Aina hamidun. Where is hamid? Kharaja. Kharaja means he left. So from where are you getting the he pronoun inside this? So when you translate kharaja, you will say in English as he left. So the file is damir mustatir. Aina aminatu kharajat. So as I told you, this tatanis is only sign of femininity, not a damir. So the file is damir mustatir, and tatanis is alama. Alama means the sign of femininity. Alhamdulillah, I have come to the end of the lesson, and I hope it's now very clear to you the attachment of the past tense, damirs with the past tense. Inshallah, I'll be coming up with the next lesson number 9. Till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.